Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday to something another. I mentioned I live near a small airport. Well, you know what? Nobody has bought my neighbor's house yet, and I don't see anybody milling around down there. So,
Throttle active, throttle home.
let's cheat a little bit until the place gets bought. They also need somebody to walk through here and make sure nothing funny is going on. So it looks like he's trying to, this piece here, you see where that sign is? And then the other sign, that home, and it's a monster. And this lot are, were together. But apparently he wasn't able to sell them together. I got a little spot where you can walk down there. So you could put a boat ramp in there. And you could run that out to the lake. Unfortunately, there's a sand lip down there. And it needs a little, what do I call it? A little midnight excavation. Oh man, let me do this. I'm gonna walk back to, no, I got it. I was gonna walk back to the house and get a camera for the plane, but I already have one. You know what I need to do is I've got some 2200 shorties. Same 2200 battery, but they're in a short form factor. Wow, what are we doing here? Okay, so what you see down there, that's called duck weed. And this little canal was dug 1,000 years ago. Boy, they're doing some work in the back too. And then the water went dry for I don't know how many years. That place looks great. Oh man, he cleaned up all the stuff that was, like there was rotting wood on that thing. Cleaned all that up. Got an extra shed. That is sweet. So on the back side of this, down here towards the water, you used to not be able to get out because of the sand lip. So imagine the shoreline just pushing sand up and blocking this off. There is no sand lip. So if you wanted to, you can get out here and start bashing your way out of there. What is this? Start bashing your way out of there with a boat. And the more you run that boat, the more that sand lip gets degraded. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, I used to just be able to drive down here, but you know, my inconsiderate neighbors who lived here for, I don't know, 45 years decided it was time to go on and get remarried after his wife passed away and all the kids moved on, and the list goes on and on. You hate it, but literally nothing is constant but change, as they say. Alex, yeah, you're going to get a whole lot of different opinions about the joys of being a clubber. And honestly, it's not that I don't love my fellow man. I do, but I just love them at a much smaller rate. And then
Throttle active.
I would prefer, yeah, I don't think this is just one rate. This is the one that I broke my tail in half on, thinking I could just zip on in here without any consequences. To be real careful here, y'all might get a laugh, because there's a scum line right here, and holy moly, you bust your hiney. This is where Ellie spent about the first 8 or so years of her life. enjoying coming down to the lake. Oh, come on, man. Do I not have a... Fixing to get my undies wet. I don't think I put a reversible ESC on any of these guys because there used to be a beach down here. About 8 or 9 years ago, prior to my retirement, there's this beautiful beach down here.
0 volts.
But I'm afraid it's not so much. It might be a little windy aloft. I see it getting bounced around. I hadn't felt like coming down here, and I don't know when. Yeah, getting tossed around, but it won't hurt it. I'm not like Cynthia and Gretchen. I have a sissy gyro in here, and it's specifically made for Nancy boys like myself that don't much care for losing control.
1.5 volts.
1.5. Well, that's not true. Oh man. We'll just run it for a bit. I don't want to have to get the canoe and go out and get it unless I just have to. Yeah, if you don't have a plan B. But back to you, Alex. In my long diatribe that I shared with you, I acknowledged that I'm not a huge fan of clubs in general. I don't. What they are is particularly they're a men's club, is that they're designed to stroke the egos of the
1.5 volts.
1.5. That's not true. They're designed to stroke the egos of the guys that are running the club. It has nothing to do with the club. Whether it's airplanes, trains, monkeys, it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, there are a bunch of men out there that don't have any power. And as such, when they get a little power, these are little men, by the way, little men, they get a little power, they go a little crazy. And I don't have an ego that needs to be fed at all. Zilch. I'm grounded, well placed, know who I am. I'm typically very, very...
1.5 volts.
I'm target oriented. I have a job and I need to do that job. And egos should not be part of it. But unfortunately, that's not the real world. There's two worlds, right? The ideal world and the real world. In the ideal world, we would be all jazzed about trying to get whatever mission is we're trying to get done. No. No. Enter men. What they want is whatever it is they want to make them feel good. And if they feel that they're just amazing and wonderful,
1.5 volts.
then that's how that works. And they want to do everything they can to continue feeling amazing and wonderful about themselves, to the exclusion of the mission in general. So to have or have not, well, you can't use George for this because George 100% clearly doesn't want anything to do with clubs because of the aforementioned, and I don't know that I necessarily blame him. But by controlling my own behavior of not discussing sex, religion, or politics, because those are untoward topics that they have zero, and I mean zero, need in polite conversation. And there's a bunch of people in my life, I mean a bunch, that get off alienating people. Yeah, I'm not that guy. You don't need to know how I feel about sex, religion, or politics. In fact, in my family, it is wildly untoward to have those discussions with people that aren't in the loop, let's say. That aren't your close friends or loved ones.
1.5 volts.
Alright, we've been flying the pee out of this thing. So anyway, Cynthia Kahn, thank you for your kind comments. Cynthia, and by the way, excellent modeling of the latest French fashions, or whatever filters over to Calgary. Dale, Josh, Cassie, Gail, Azir, the Rowdies. I have 2 of these. I also have a micro.
1.5 volts.
Yeah, let's not embarrass myself and crash this thing due to not having my battery hooked up correctly. There we go.
Throttle hold.
Yeah, who knows how long that was. Let's see why I'm getting spurious battery readings, shall we? I have to imagine it's all me.
Telemetry lost.
It is. Okay, so let's not drop the canopy
Low
in the water.
battery. Telemetry recovered. 1.5 volts.
Let's not do
Telemetry
that.
lost. Low battery. Telemetry recovered.
I'm going to accidentally... Now, how did I knock a hole in my hand? That is fascinating to me. I highly encourage you folks to not grow old, honestly. Gosh, Ollie has been hard on himself. He, you've heard of the zoomies,
Telemetry lost.
I guess. Well, if you haven't, Ollie is running around 90 miles an hour all over the place and got himself on some bush.
1.5 volts.
He knocked a hole in himself good enough to where he should have got a staple. But it was after quitting hours, and I think he'll be just fine.
Low battery. Telemetry recovered.
Okay, so let's try this. Yeah, I've got to do some stuff. I had a great day yesterday. Got a lot of stuff done after I flew. I love this thing. I really do, and I hate to say that just prior to sending her back out, because you know how that can be. So, oh, I got a lot of yard work done yesterday. I needed to.
Throttle active. 12.5 volts.
Let's just get it out past here a bit. Oh, that's so messed up. Oh, yay. Because something as simple as banging it. You know, this one does not have a reversible ESC on it. I think. I could check. You know, what y'all don't know is this used to be white sandy beach for about 30 feet out for about 30 years. So it was just glorious. And Ellie used to come down with me every time. I mean, she would vibrate. I'd tell my wife I'm going to the lake, and she would be ready to go. I mean, ready to go. Icon. On this particular aircraft, most of it's been changed out, you know. The motor's original and the decals are. But the you know, basically where they sold the parts is it was, you know, fuselage and wing and tail, horizontal stabilizer. But 1,800 flights, 18 easily.
10.9 volts.
Probably 1,200 easily. With the Beaver. Well, the Beaver's mostly original. Like I have a new battery hatch and antenna hatch or something like that, but it's original. And I have one of them brand new in the box, the Island Wings version. I don't like the orange one. I think it looks terrible. knocked a hole in my hand. You know, you get to a certain age and you're like all happy that all your hand wounds are healed.
10.8 volts.
You know, like, oh, this is lovely. I don't have any scars on me. Yeah, 3 days before my friends come, I have a boo-boo. So,
Low battery.
yeah, there we go. There's something wrong with this battery, I think. $100 feet, some change.
Volts.
Went grocery shopping this morning, provisioning up for my friends that are coming over the weekend. They complained last night to me that their parents, who are our age, you go to their house and there's 4 people eating, and they eat a pork chop. Like one, that's dinner. You got like 1 pork chop. I said, no, we don't do that. You know, even though I eat about 1/3 as much as I ate 30 years ago, I still eat. I make myself eat when I can't eat or don't want to.
10.8 volts.
Now, this is the original Hobby King orange gyro. Anyway, clubs have been beneficial, at least for me. And your, as they say, mileage may vary.
11.2 volts.
Nice.
Throttle home. Throttle home.
She is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I think we'll leave the battery in and you can walk back to the house with me. Well, he's using this enough to where we got it demucked. It's nice. Yeah. So they're clubs, just like anything else. What you put in, rather than what you take out, and I bring an ebullient. Look that up. Personality of someone who blithely talks about the weather and anything else other than sex, religion, or politics. Because next thing you know, old men's feelings get hurt. Yes, they do. Oh, they get butt hurt. You know? I'm of the age where well, I've always been this way. If something is deleterious to my life, that is bad to my life, I run the other way. 90 miles an hour, pigtails in the air. So, I ain't putting up with foolishness. I don't get into this hobby for bad feelings at all. I come here for the joys of the day. So I don't want to hear and I don't want to talk about what's happening. There are many, many other venues for that. So when I go out to the club, and invariably one or more of the old men will start talking about politics, I find that to be a wonderful time to go flying. I find it to be a wonderful time to be anywhere, but right there, talking about stuff that we got nothing to do with. And I mean politics specifically. I'm talking about a group of people that they don't know you, they will never know you, and don't care about you. And you're letting yourself get all upset when 99% of it is saber rattling.
11.5 volts.
But you have to be on the earth a certain amount of time to understand what saber rattling is
Low battery.
and what they actually end up doing. Because what they say day to day doesn't mean anything to me. Alright, so if you're inclined you might enjoy purchasing this home. I'll tell you how much here. I'm going to get one of these. I hate to even take them, but sticking it back in would probably be impossible. So the house is so expensive, they don't have a list, but the word is a 775. So $750,000. Oh, that's down there. I don't know what they want for the lot. Somebody told me, I don't know, 50 something, but the house is 775. So you can get the two of them for $750,000-ish. I'm sure he'd be happy to get rid of that one lot. It's going to be weird. I don't know how you build a house on it. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, yesterday was lovely. God almighty, you got some beautiful footage. Some of them old men are FPV guys out there that fly FPV, wink wink nod nod, say no more. And they fly great distances. So I'm all happy about that. One of them is the brother of the club president, so we are, whereas I really kind of couldn't get into FPV the way I wanted to out there at my other club, damn sure will here. The Venerable Icon. And come back dry as a bone. Love that. Yeah, all you got to do is, I think the girls over in Norway have one of these. You just put a smidge of Vaseline on either end of the, like right here, and that'll keep water from getting in. And you do it on the other end, so it'll still allow the thing to slide. But as my wife is quite clear to tell you, lubrication, and lubrication. So that's a water barrier if you've been getting water. I think y'all fly mostly off of snow, but if you do go to a fjord, you're going to want to make sure the water doesn't get in. Had to cut all my plants back. Can you see? I don't know what you can see and what you can't. All those plants got cut back. That one got cut back radically. It needed it anyway. And some others have been cut back. But yeah, the place is looking nice. Yeah, I'll be gone in about 30-something days. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Slurp.